Welcome friends, me Anila. The topic of my discussion is glucose. But before this, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and press bell icon. Friends, in this video, I will tell you about glucose, which is an immediate source of energy for brain. Glucose is a simple sugar monosaccharide with molecular formula C6H12O6. It is primary energy source for living organisms. It is a reducing agent. So glucose is a simple sugar monosaccharide means one ring structure. If carbohydrates have two ring structure, it is called disaccharide. If more than two ring structure, it is called as polysaccharide. Molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. It means 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen are there in the molecular formula of glucose. So it is a primary energy source for living organisms. Living organisms get their energy from glucose. It is a reducing agent. It means it oxidizes itself and reduces other substances. As you can see in the structure, open chain structure of glucose, there is an aldehyde group and many alcoholic groups. So this is the structure of glucose. Glucose is produced by photosynthesis. It's a process in which carbon dioxide and water react in the presence of sunlight to form glucose and oxygen. Glucose is utilized for cellular functions. Glucose helps in cellular respiration. Respiration is a process in which glucose in the presence of oxygen oxidized to carbon dioxide, water and energy. This energy is used for cellular functions. In animals, excess glucose is stored as glycogen and in plants, glucose is stored as starch. Glucose also forms cellulose, a vital component in plant cell walls. So glycogen, starch and cellulose, these are all polymers. You can say polysaccharides. Glucose also undergoes fermentation. What is fermentation? There are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration occurs in limited supply of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration is also called fermentation. There are two types of fermentation, ethanolic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. So glucose is converted to ethanol and carbon dioxide in ethanolic fermentation, and glucose is converted to lactic acid in lactic acid fermentation when yogurt is formed. Glucagon, cortisol and epinephrine increase blood glucose level and insulin decreases blood glucose level. Glucagon is a hormone secreted by pancreas. Cortisol is a hormone secreted by adrenal cortex of adrenal gland, and epinephrine is secreted by adrenal medulla of adrenal gland. They all increase blood glucose level, and insulin, which is secreted by pancreas, decreases blood glucose level. So these hormones regulate blood glucose level. Glucose is a primary energy source for brain. Inside brain cells, glucose undergoes glycolysis. What is glycolysis? It consists of several steps. in which glucose undergoes glycolysis producing pyruvate and ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the cell's energy currency. ATP is an energy molecule. It contains adenine base, ribose sugar, and 3 phosphate groups. These are high energy phosphate groups. When these high energy phosphate groups are broken, large amount of energy is released, which is used for cellular functions. So that's why ATP is called the cell's energy currency. Pyruvate then enters the mitochondria for further oxidation. Pyruvate is converted to acetyl-CoA, which fuels the Krebs cycle. So pyruvate is converted to acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA enters the Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle. In this cycle, different molecules of carboxylic acids are formed, and this process generates ATP efficiently. ATP is an energy molecule, as I have discussed earlier, providing energy for neurotransmission, in which neurons communicate with each other. Ion balance, in which sodium and potassium ions are balanced. And synaptic activity, in which there is a communication between neurons and cells. Glucose also synthesizes neurotransmitters like glutamate, GABA, and acetylcholine, which are crucial for cognitive functions. So these are neurotransmitters. Glucose also synthesizes glutamate, which helps in learning and memory. GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid, which is a neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine, which regulates heart rate and blood pressure. So they are important for cognitive function, means learning, attention, and decision making. So glucose is an immediate energy source for brain. Friends, if you have any question, you can ask me on comments. I can help you. Thanks.